Hugging the ball, happy? Of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's got some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
He can't hang. 43, 43. Come back. He's coming, double up. Slam, slam, slam. 80 weapon, 80 weapon. Stretch, stretch. Hey, 57, 57. My turn.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2 to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
43, 43. 15. Mike. Box track. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike, 53. 53.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. A 1st down throw for Mayfield.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, wide open, complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Waiting! Mike 27! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20.
On second and 11 now. Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for a Jaguar.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
I got you, Pop!
Now Foles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On third down, Crowell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at the 20. There's Brees, looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Breeze to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Breeze going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. Check, 47. Watch the run.
A first down carry now for Crown. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Isaiah Crowell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike, 53. Mike. Hey, orbit. They scared. 53.
Breeze now on first down. And he comes back with one complete. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger body wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Foles. His throw incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 44 is the mark. 44 is the mark.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Ready. Here we go.
Breeze now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 7-7, our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On on second down and 4. Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Crowell. He's got a first down past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Here's Foles. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go, Saints. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, the 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
On the carry, here's Smith. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. Kill. Let's get off. Hey, easy. Let's get off the field. 44's the mic. Sammy. Watch the slant.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 20! Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready? Ready? Number 50. Hey, easy. 5-1. We begin to turn you up. Hey, high 7. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Come on.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Off to Thomas on the left side. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
What we got?
2nd and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. 56. Mike, 56. Right. Hayden school.
2nd and 6. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it from the gun with Crowell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Hey, Silver. Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Ginn. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Again, it's Kamara. Ramik Wilson on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. He's coming. We got double up.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Muhammad. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Breeze now. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw again on second down. Breeze. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And he coughed it up. And the Jags grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he's got Isaiah Crowell. He's all alone. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 46 yards. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now it's Crowell. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown. Isaiah Crowell. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On third down, here's Kamara. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Dances by him. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. Pick, 180.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Ginn. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running with Kamara. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
21.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and no, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they climb back to 500 now at 3.